Okay, before we start, I want to thank everyone who gave me useful tips on how to make my videos better. It's been a while since I made anything, a year as a matter of fact, and even then, those videos weren't exactly the best quality. Hopefully, the only way to go from here is up. With that out of the way, let's discuss today's topic. PC Gamer and the terrible, horrible, no good, very bad comment section. Now, a couple of people pointed out in the last video, I kind of rambled on a bit. I started with one point, but my conclusion didn't follow up correctly. And maybe one day I'll go back and focus on each point individually, though probably only when it comes up again. No, instead, this time I'm purposely going to ramble on a bit. This video's main conclusion is Fragile Gamer bad. Not exactly the hottest take out there, but we're over halfway through 2019. Gamergate happened 5 years ago, for heaven's sake. You'd think these people would have learned to graciously accept change, but there's a whole new topic for a much longer video. Today is all about just lifting up the floorboards and showing you the cockroaches that scuttle from comment section to comment section. Now, this video spawned forth from my mind with the recent controversy around Cyberpunk 2077 and the infamous transgender advertisement. A long story short, Cyberpunk 2077 was shown, someone noticed this screenshot, there were people discussing that it reeked of fetishism, and the artist responded that that was the point, that a corporation would prominently feature a transgender woman trying to sell them a drink. Now, I'm sure you're all waiting with bated breath to hear a straight white man's opinion on this, so I won't disappoint. My opinion is simple. Drumroll please. I don't know if CD Projekt Red is going to be successful in what they're trying to present. Look, like I said, straight white guy who's done very little research in this field of study. I don't know about exploitation. It took me 25 years to see that Disney is a super exploitative mega corporation that is slowly destroying copyright, and I will still sing along to any Disney song you play. Honestly, Kezia Rediziuk's argument makes sense to me. After all, I'm writing this to you in June 2019, where Pride Month is brought to you by AT&T. But then again, I look at that ad and go, wow, that's a hot feminine penis. So, I'm probably not the person to ask about this. All in all, the game itself can actually handle the topic of transgender people and what sex and gender really mean in a futuristic, cyberpunk, dystopian society. I will be pleasantly surprised. Though honestly, I expect them to handle this with the grace of a concerned parent who just doesn't get all this gender stuff. Anyways, already off topic. I came here to make fun of transphobes, damn it! Not to engage in nuanced gender discourse. Now, there are two types of comments I'm going to highlight. Straight up transphobia and the why is this being talked about crowd. The first is obvious, the second less so. When they ask why it's being talked about, they act like things like transgender rights shouldn't be talked about in video games. Again, another topic, another time. On to the comments! Now, real quick, these comments are from PC Gamer's article titled Cyberpunk 2077's character creation options won't be limited by gender. So, this isn't even really about transgender people. It just so happens to follow the whole debacle I discussed previously. But transphobes find a way! I'ma make mine a pansexual attack helicarrier. That's a gender, right? No, but nice stale meme. Liam, pansexual attack helis never get stale. Pride Month is. It's not. Inanimate objects don't have genders. Most can't even be argued to have a physical sex. Robert, how dare you assume an object's gender? How do you explain a dildo and fleshlight then? Or a helicarrier's exhaust pipe? Did you just assume my gender and I identify as an Apache attack helicopter are literally the only two jokes you people know how to tell, LMAO? Liam, we like to keep the joke numbers at the same number of genders there are. Lol, how about we focus on the gameplay and whatnot, not bloody identity politics? Good lord, PC gamers becoming otaku. Cool. I always wanted to have a drag penis on my attack helicopter with boobs. Games have done this for a while. Nothing new. Unless you're gonna add a dick to a female or a pussy on a male, then that's messed up. Lauren, how TF is that messed up when it's real life? Because people are mental and they think they're another gender when they aren't. They just want to play dress up and get different body parts to act the part. Just because I don't agree with it doesn't make me transphobic. Do whatever makes you happy. Just don't throw it in my face. Oh wait, society already has. If you want equality, treat it as so. not put LGBTQUD HSIQOD in almost every fucking title, game, or announcement of some sort to get exposure since that's the trend now. It's obnoxious, LMAO. That's another reason why people are pissed off. Lauren, no one is literally forcing it in your face. LGBT people exist. Get over it. Only recently have they been accepted enough to finally show you up in media, and you have the audacity to make it about you. It's not new to put gay people in game/shows, but to put it in a title or an announcement of a game, movie, or show is obnoxiously annoying. You don't see us straight people making titles saying, we are adding a straight man/woman to the game because why? Because we don't care if you're a straight, gay, trans, whatever else. Don't need to put that they are a gay couple or whatever sexual orientation in the title or article name, or even mention non-gender customization, because that's been done and hasn't had an uproar since they never made it as a main focus. Until recently. I do find it odd that religion has a far more dominant role in society, yet has very little effect on games and films, yet ever-changing mental states do. How long before they have to try to cater for people who find it offensive to be referred to as he or she influence games? The game isn't exactly based on reality, so why not? Okay, let's move on to the second article by PC Gamer. Cyberpunk 2077 art, criticized as transphobic, is meant to reflect corporate exploitation, says the artist. The article, which will be in the box below, same with everything else, doesn't even really take a stance, but because it discusses a controversy that centers on the LGBT community, we get a bunch of jokers coming out of the woodwork to decry PC Gamer for covering this story. Ugh. Enjoy. So either think like PC Gamer and other places or else. This game's going to make millions upon millions, not because of virtue signaling, but because they have created an amazing game. Respect the vision of the creators or shut up and go away. I would pay $100 for this game. If they price it like that, they would probably make $1 billion. If it's at least 80% as good as Witcher 3, I would pay. Heck, CD Projekt Red deserves trillions. They have created an amazing game. Okay guys, who's going to tell them that the game hasn't been released yet? I don't play games to know what's going on in the world or support some movement or some other bullshit. I could give two shits less. As long as it's fun, that's all I care about. This is one of the most unnecessary articles I've ever seen. So much words. If anything, Verdesio's comments prove she, and her colleagues, aren't familiar with trans cyberpunk literature on gender experiences in the latest capitalist future. I'll ask for the trans cyberpunk gender experiences in the late capitalist future section at Barnes & Noble's next time. Oh come on, I'm full LGBTQ rights, but this world isn't meant to make anyone a colorful light and be political to its very core. Even the paramedics are trained to shoot on sight and are bought out by the highest bidder. This quite possibly will be a defining social commentary on our current generation. To be able to see things in a different light than we would otherwise. Go see how far we've come, and quite possibly how much further we have to go. I'm vicariously upset for a group of people I don't identify with. I'm a good person. Witness me! How every virtual signaling journalist sounds. Great. A woman who can't understand what a morally dystopian cyberpunk creature run by corporations means. You don't get to be fairly represented when the point is to have corporations sell with hypersexualized images. In other news, people who don't play video games or understand what cyberpunk is are mad about not understanding video games in cyberpunk. Also, Jack Thompson is back in the news, though not in the way you'd expect. Apparently his ideas on censoring video games have reached a new audience, and you'll never guess who it is. Read the article. My thoughts? It's a video game. Who the hell cares? Why is this even a thing that exists? This dark dystopian sci-fi world doesn't align with my worldviews and makes me uncomfortable. Insert screech here! What about the offensive Sky's the limit ad next to it? We all know that life under the sea is better than anything they got up there. But do you see people standing for that injustice? Of course no. People are always saying it's a game. Well, it's a game. I think the artist gave a very valid point. Don't oppress her artistic view because you feel this game will never promote your cause. That's your feelings. First, people complain that cyberpunk isn't punk enough. There isn't enough oppression, there are stereotypes, blah blah blah. Then when oppression and bad things are shown, exploitation! Make up your freaking minds. I am sick and tired of this. Let CD Projekt Red make the game they want to make. Judge it after it comes out. Stop trying to force political correctness on them. Video games are not supposed to be politically correct. They're supposed to offer an escape from the sad reality that we live in. Matters are my balls. Such a boring generation. Games are created to play, not for represent minorities. No, it doesn't. Pull your head out of your ass. Get woke, go broke. Creators can tell whatever story they please. Video game journalism in 2019. Don't take this crap serious. This is just people looking to be offended by something. No one cares what they think. Stop crying and just grow up. I bet no transgender is offended, but journalists will make it seem like it, just so they can get their PC points. 2019. Welcome to the age of butthurt. Useless journalists be like, girls with dicks are no girls at all. Just saying. Eye roll. The fucking game isn't even out yet. Just stop it for fuck's sake. Your fake world set 50 years in the future is oppressing me. No, absolutely not. I have been eagerly anticipating this game, and I sincerely hope that CDPR does not let the speech police fascists ruin this game. Take your censorship somewhere else, you idiots. Do not ruin this game. If representation and awareness of potential future social issues in the form of a small Easter egg is too much for you to buy and play a fucking game, then you have an issue. No, it's the people who seek to control what others think and see that I condemn. If you don't like the art in the game, then don't buy it. But don't stand there virtue signaling and demand that all others cater to your tastes. If you want to make a game that expresses your opinion on social issues, go for it. But don't think to control what others think and see. Now, I'm sure I could go on, but this is getting long enough already. I'm sure in another video we could dive into why gamers are so scared of anything new in their media. Because if you noticed, it's not just the games they are complaining about. And I don't fault PC Gamer on this all that much. They probably should hire someone to go through the Facebook comments and just remove any comment that mirrors the sentiments of the ones I read to you. I look through the comments on their main site and they are much better, mainly because they are much better moderated. Unfortunately, for whatever reason, no one's really removing any of the comments from Facebook unless they're directly using hate speech, instead of hiding it under the smallest bit of my journalistic integrity. All in all, this was mainly a video to warn anyone who thought that Gamergate was over. It isn't, and there's no telling how long it will take to break the gamer identity of its poisonous touch. I'm JDRPG, leaving you on a sad note. See you next time!